Hello, Americans. Welcome back to Fixing America. This is a follow-up to the vlog about the photographer in New Mexico who was sued for refusing to take photos for a homosexual couple because homosexuality is against his religion. It went to the New Mexico Supreme Court, and the homosexual couple won. Some legislators in New Mexico's neighbor state, Arizona, evidently thought this was as ridiculous and dangerous a precedent to be set for businesses as I did. So they proposed legislation to protect Arizona businesses from having their religious freedom taken away by the courts there. Let's stop a minute right there. Isn't this America, the land of the free, the place that people from all over the world have come for hundreds of years to find religious freedom? If it is, then why would we need legislation to protect our religious freedom? The reason is the people in our courts, the judges. As the years go on, they just keep taking away more and more freedoms. They are supposed to uphold the Constitution and Bill of Rights. Instead, they bow to what they think will make them popular. And based on some court decisions, I wouldn't doubt that some of the judges are simply paid off. But back to our story. The law to protect the religious freedom of business owners passed through the Arizona legislature. The majority of senators and representatives were for it. The majority of the people in Arizona were for it. All that was left was for the governor, Jan Brewer, to sign it into law. Well, the ACLU and other homosexual lobbying groups started their campaign against it, calling it the anti-gay law. Come on, people. Giving business owners the right to refuse service to anyone is not anti-anything. For example, say a homosexual owns a store and a very vocal biased bigot comes into this store and wants to buy something. The homosexual store owner would be protected under this law if he decided he didn't want to serve the bigot because he didn't like his views. Does that make it an anti-bigot law? Anyway, what did Governor Jan Brewer do? She waited until the last day before the law would go into effect without her signature. I'm guessing that was so she could hear what everyone else in the country thought about it. Meanwhile, the NFL, which used to be about football, started hinting that if she signed the bill, they might take this year's Super Bowl away. Then they sweetened the pot, saying that they are also considering rotating the Pro Bowl among a handful of cities, and Phoenix was one of those. Of course, if the bill passed, they might rethink that. This is not the first time the NFL has blackmailed Arizona. They said that Arizona would host no Super Bowl until the state enacted a Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. And they did not let Arizona have a Super Bowl until the state gave in and got the holiday. This is just wrong. The NFL should not be trying to tell states what laws should be passed and which laws shouldn't. Well, the governor caved in and vetoed the law, a law that should have never been needed in the first place. Judges and legislators are supposed to protect our rights, not take them away one by one. When elections come up, learn about candidates and try to find out which ones will stand up for your freedoms and not bow to big money. God bless America.